Wow, look at this camera. Look at this lens. It's a 500 millimeter lens, and I use this lens to take photos of the moon. Let's go check how I edit those in Lightroom. A couple problems when you do moon photos. One is it's very bright, and everything else is not. So, and I also have you have to use a tripod because there's no way you're going to handhold a 500 millimeter lens at night and whatnot. And pretty much all those lenses are going to have a manual focus to them and everything. So, and manual focus and also manual aperture. So what I do is I go all the way like to 30 seconds to find it, then lock down my tripod the best I can. And if it's windy, it's kind of hard to get an in focus shot. So we look in there, and it's a little soft, right? I mean, and I was trying to get a little bit better. That's slightly better. Here's one that's slightly edited, and that's it's pretty good. So on here, this is kind of the way it was. If I just kind of if I use auto, it's going to make it just pretty much horrible. Now you can see a little bit of the clouds that were going on, which is kind of cool and everything, and the trees that are there. But that's actually kind of a cool shot. So look at all the information that's hidden, and because I shoot in RAW, you can get a lot of that image back. That's kind of cool. You know what? I kind of like it right there. So let's save this down. So this would be similar there, and that looks, yeah, that's a little soft, isn't it? Now, yeah, soft. I was fighting the wind, and if we can see the 1/13 of a second. I mean, that's the wind blowing there. I can tell that. Soft. Yeah, it's pretty soft. Better. I can already tell it's better. Okay, so let's roll with that a little bit. So that's 1/30 of a second. So pull that up. Let's do auto and see what it does. Not horrible. Actually, I kind of like that blue background just a little bit. It's kind of nice. Let's play with this a little bit, see what happens. Make it pop just a little bit more there. Contrast. And now we lost the blue. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And look how much noise it gets, at some point. I think that shows in some aspects, how ISO is different digitally than it was with film. So, and this should be pretty, as good as the other one was. Let's see what auto does. Do the same thing. Yeah, it's not bad. If you look at the color temperature, we can play with that a little bit. Yeah. Don't want that. And that's pretty cool. Now I am on. You see a little bit of fringing there going on. I am on a Canon 80D with this one here because I want to get a little bit extra crop factor, that 1.6 crop factor going on. And normally I shoot most of my photos with the Canon 5D Mark II. It's a little soft. Yeah, when I move, because like the moon constantly moves, and I'm fighting. I can tell there I'm fighting wind. That actually looks okay, especially in the distance. Look how blurry that is. Better. And honestly, because every time I touch the lens, the tripod starts dancing around. So that looks pretty good. Let's see what we can do with that. That's interesting. It made it worse, like way worse. So in a lot of ways, if this is, it's kind of like a black and white photo, so you can crank that contrast all the way up and you know, get some cool looking shots. You know, I'll play with the color temperature a little bit if I want to. That's the blue moon. For a while there, it was kind of this reddish color out there. I can live with that one. It's an interesting photo. It's interesting. Did that again. I don't know why I do that sometimes. No, I don't want to do that. But okay. Yes, the wind's fighting that wind a little bit. Now, for a while there, I was getting it, you know, just like having it really dark, and I can see there that's 1/60th of a second. And let's see what auto does. That's some interesting choices. Don't know if that's the route I would go, but sometimes it's kind of a cool starting off. You know, you start getting all that noise there at that point. I crank that contrast up. That really makes it pop. I kind of like that reddish yellow look. There's some noise there, but I really can't see it. So let's export that. And for me, I think it's just really fun. I've always wanted to take photos of the moon, and you know, happily with the technology we have today, I can come develop the photos very fast. You can see where the clouds were coming in. You know, it's kind of cool, you know. Almost like there's fire in the sky there. Yeah, don't see, like, not seeing anything I can really do with that one. So that one I just cranked all the exposure up, because I am at, what am I at here? 1/50th of a second. Okay. And look at all that noise that's there. So just trial and error. You know, it's kind of cool seeing those clouds. Yeah, someone else might could do something good with that one. I'm not having much success with that. That looks like the wind, but you know, kind of a cool little art photo maybe. Interesting seeing the clouds going there. You know, I don't love it, but it does look interesting. Same thing. Yeah, it's just that this doesn't have a ton of information there. That's kind of cool, seeing that little limb that got in the way when the moon passes by. And what happens is this: you start the moon way down here, and it moves up like that pretty quickly. And so I'm constantly having to move the tripod. Well, not so much the tripod, but move the adjust where the camera's at on the tripod. I don't actually physically move the tripod too often. But you know, that's kind of cool. And you know, if I had a 1,000mm lens, it, you know, would be bigger than that. But you know, if you ever taken a photo of the moon with on your phone, you can see how much more information I have here. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool looking. It's a logo for somebody. And for me, one thing I love about photography is that sometimes you just don't know, and you just go up there and shoot what you can. And the wind was blowing so fast, I had to make it, you know, this is the 100th of a second here, so to make it where it's less blurry. But something like that. So anyways, that's what I do when I get a chance on whenever I see the moon is out there in full force. And I always want to get one of those shots that you see, like there's a nice little landscape and you see this big moon. No, the moon's about the size of a dime at its biggest. Up there is like, yeah, it's just a little, you know, little dot up there basically. And so I can get these trees that's in there, you know, these little limbs that kind of block it. You know, if you got an airplane fly by it, but you know, you see some of those amazing, like a wolf coming out right there, the moon, full moon. And I'm going to say those are photoshopped. You know, I guess just for fun, I could make one of those photos or something like that just for fun. As always, rock and roll, and of course it does compute. If you like this type of amazing content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel because that would totally compute that. Yeah.